Hello everyone. This week we are back with one more good financial news, which is nothing but the merger which is going to happen between Air India and Vistara. So, how this merger taking place, and what is the history behind Air India and Vistara, and why this merger is taking place? Due to the merger, there is the employees are gonna get fired, like 300 employees from the ground operations are gonna get fired. And why is such thing happening? So let's see about it. So Air India's merger with Vistara is expected to be completed next year. So what is the Air India history? So Air India airline, it's founded in 1932, that grew into a flagship international airline of India, so as Tata Airlines. Okay, in addition to domestic routes, it also provided this southern and eastern Asia routes, the Middle East, Europe, Africa, Australia, US, and Canada. So it is basically headquartered in Mumbai. So, who is the owner of Air India Limited? So, Air India Limited is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Tata Group. So, during JRD Tata's birth, during the anniversary, the new headquarters in the Gurugram was inaugurated, such as Vatica 1 and 1. So acquiring of Air India. So before this merger, this two company is formed via the acquisition or one of the merger. For the instance, like Tata Group acquired Air India in Jan 2022 from the government, aiming to revive the debt-ridden carrier. So they were into debt, and that's why the Tata Group has acquired the Air India. However, the merger with Vistara faces hurdles as pilot protest pay changes. So this merger is something else because the pilots are not enoughly paid. So the protest takes place. That's why this is one of the reason for the merger with Vistara as well. So the current CEO of Air India is Campbell Wilson, and let's see Wilson what he tells. Okay, and next comes the this is the background of the Air India, and Air India is already acquired by Tata Group, and now under the Tata Group, this merger has been initiated towards the merger towards the Vistara. And what is the Vistara? How Vistara has been formed? So the Vistara's history goes like this. So this that airline Vistara was founded in 2013. So it was founded as a joint venture. So it's not something like existence, no. So it is formed as a JV. So joint venture between who? That is our India's conglomerate Tata Sons and Singapore Airlines SIA. So Singapore Airlines will be shortly called as SIA, which is SIA. So it is a conglomerate of Tata Sons and Singapore Airlines. So the two companies had made a bid between themselves in 1990s to launch a full service carrier in India. That was unsuccessful because due to some regulatory authority issues, the government has denied these two companies. So they both formed a joint venture. So they both cannot form a joint venture in 1990s, but in 2013, with all the regulatory norms and everything getting satisfied, they formed a joint venture, and the brand name is Vistara, but they are registered as a Tata Sia Airlines Limited, that is Tata Singapore Airlines Limited. Okay. So the joint venture, what is the stake of the joint venture? So the India's Tata Sons Limited own 51% of stake, and SIA, that is Singapore Airlines, own 49% of stake. So what is the so this as already mentioned, it is registered as Tata Sia Airlines Limited, and the brand name was Vistara. Okay, so Vistara CEO. Who is the Vistara CEO? Vistara CEO is Vinod Kannan. So Vinod Kannan, what will happen to Vistara now? So what happens is, since Vistara is a JV of both, Vinod Kannan CEO will be headed back to the Singapore Airlines because of the new merger coming up with this company. So since Vistara is getting merged with Air India Airlines, the Vinod Kannan, who's the CEO of Vistara, will have 25.1% stake in the Air India. I hope you guys are getting that crux. The thing is, Air India is the acquisition of the Tata Group, and Air India has inside it Air Asia, India, Air India Express, and everything. So this is Air India. Vistara is a JV of India's Tata Sons and Sia Airlines, which is Singapore Airlines, and this is the background of Vistara. Now these two are getting merged. So why this merger is happening? So this merger happened because the initiative was taken by our salt to steel conglomerate, which is nothing but our Tata Group. As a part of that, while Air India and Vistara will be merged, because they are in a verge to create a full service airline, because already Air India is having its Air Asia, India, Air India Express have been integrated with them. So it will help them, this merger will help them to create a single low cost airline. So we can see that maybe after next year, we can see the cost cutting, like cost will be getting lower for these airlines, especially because of this merger, because their main motive itself is to do a single low cost airline, and provide a single full service career establishment. And due to this only, the firing of 300 employees also happening, because in the ground operations they don't need that much, because Air India already, due to the merger, already they have their have their employees. So apart from the flying employees, the ground operations employees are going to be fired, and maybe they might be accommodated in a future stage. We need not know that. And this is because of the cost cutting strategy. And what about there is something called as Club Vistara. So Club Vistara is nothing but where our flyers members, like us, the people who get membership towards us, like they can they have gold, silver, platinum, such type of membership. And it because of that, the points are getting generated, depends on their base fare, according to their membership they hold in all this gold, silver, platinum, three kind of platforms. So what will happen to such points? So Vistara members need not worry about it, because this thing is likely to retain all the status. They can retain all the status of Club Vistara. So Club Vistara will be still be running in the status, it will be continuing as it is. So this is the mergers crux, and firing of employees, cost cutting, edge strategy, and what else we saw: JV, stake, joint venture, and acquisition, and history of both Air India and Vistara, what Air India is integrated to, and what is the purpose of this merger of having a low cost airline, single low cost airline. These are all the key points, or importance of this merger. So hope this finds useful for you. And okay, this merger, like this recent kind of mergers, will be helpful for the upcoming GDs and interviews and everything, and for the knowledge purpose as well. And so before this, I had uploaded the two videos of the merger of Credit Suisse and UBS Bank, and also the huge revenue airport is getting generated compared to all other entities, like so the Apple airports market and everything we saw. And this is the third video, which is talks about the merger and everything. And before that also, Z and Sony's acquisition and merger was video was uploaded, so you guys can refer all the mergers and acquisition, and make a best use out of it. And yeah, that's it from my side. and hope this finds useful for everyone. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.